My name is Mistickokat. My kids grew up in the bush. I bring them out here to experience the wild, to get used to the forest, how I grew up. They like harvesting rice with me. They grew up bagging rice and loading up the trucks with the rice bags, and they grew up pretty strong, working physically.
My name is Mistickokat. Our family history dates back to about 12,000 years ago. They brought wild rice to my grandfather. My grandfather gave it to my dad, and my dad came out cross country. My Mushroom told my dad about these lakes here because this was his traditional trap line. We trapped around here for years. So we knew of these lakes and may be able to support this plant that we had got given.
Wild rice was introduced in Waterhen, I think it was 1982. Years ago, our ancestors, they used to trap in this area. Like the muskrats here they're really big. The hide is thick in them. This is the lake I first seeded. That was back in 84, I think, about 84. And I kept checking it and nothing was coming up. And then in 87, I came out and then I started seeing the wild rice starting to grow here. It's a really good lake. That one, the lake is fairly shallow. And that one, I've been seeding it for well over 30 years now. Got my first rice harvester in 1989 or 1990. I bought one in Lawrence. I used airboat. We call them airboats or rice harvesters. I've been in here, this cabin. I built it about 25 years ago. We used to come in live in tents. That one fall, it was really cold. At night it was cold, so I told my family, well, we'll build a cabin. So we built a cabin during the night after harvest, because the days were so good for harvesting, so we couldn't build it in the daytime. So we built it at night.
My dad, as you see him today, he's a big, strong man, and he's only about half the size he was when I was a kid. But he does things in a good way, the right way, even if it's the long way or the lesser profitable way. He'll do things right.
I went and harvested this morning. Shortly after dinner, I started harvesting. But it was quite windy and it was quite cold, so it's hard to harvest when it's windy like that. The best time is when it's hot and calm. When there's no wind, it's the best time to harvest.
The product that we produce here on our farm and our rice lakes has always excelled.
And the rice we've been getting off these lakes, it's been pretty good rice. It's been heavy. As long as you're not running it too fast, you gotta go slow enough that you get only the ripe stuff. If you go too fast, you pick up a lot of green stuff and a lot of stalks and a lot of the plant. You don't gain anything because they're light. They're light stuff. It's better off to get the good stuff. It's really heavy. So with our rice here, we've been getting compliments from the buyers like that. You'll bring really good rice, they say.
My name is Kelly Jo Mistickokat from Northern Saskatchewan. I think about 13 years old when I first started working out here. Mostly family. There's always family coming out here. My first job was shoveling and bagging. It was such hard work. I never used to like the bugs and all the rice that would fly around and make you itchy. As I got older, I started hauling. I got stronger. So I was able to carry the bags on my shoulders, sometimes 2 at a time, just to show off. So that was a tough one out of all my sisters.
When I come ashore, my workers, they clean off all the straw. And if there's any straw, any chaff, any kind of a foreign material other than the rice, and they clean it off good so it looks good. If you leave all that stuff in there, there'd be a lot of junk in there, and the reputation is not good that way. So we have to try to do a good job as best as we can.
For about 20 years straight, my dad poured every dollar of profit after paying the employees All of his profit, he put it back into road building and infrastructure to get it ready for a time and place in the world and in our lives where hard work and morals and values and integrity would be how our generation conducts business. We always hated how much we got paid per pound. It's backbreaking work, and like we load everything by hand. We do everything by hand, and it goes places and sells for 10 times more than what it's bought from us for, and it's lifted by forklifts and trucks and trailers. We're gonna change all that for all of our neighbors, our brothers and sisters, everywhere in the northern western hemisphere.
As far as I know, we drop it off at the depot and goes in trailers and it gets hauled to who knows where. I wish we could actually have our own cleaning plant and process plant or whatever they're called, and right from the start, right to the finish, and right to putting them on shelves and selling them. That would be a dream.
My name is Donna Lafreniere, and I've taught here in Waterhen this is my 14th year as a high school teacher, and that's where I met Miigwech Mistickokat. So one day I says, you know what? You're one of the few that can think out of the box, and you know, you have this imagination, you have so much to offer. So I just kept after him, thinking, you know, talking. Miigwech was definitely one of the students I always had a strong pride feeling for.
Converting our farm into more of a powerhouse based upon the sore backs that have built the industry into what it is today. This is just me trying to add my essence and give my thank you back to my people, my family, my dad. I want our farmers to be taken care of better than anybody else in the industry. And I see them, they're struggling with worms and roads and resources. We don't have those issues, and I'm gonna find out why. And I'm gonna apply all that research and science into every single farm in Northern Saskatchewan.
He doesn't want to become a millionaire out of this venture. He just wants to help others. He wants to introduce a product that's so healthy, that's Indigenous. You know, it's more about the culture than about the big green buck. Wild rice is an intriguing and plentiful industry in the north that very little people know about in the world. For those of you who haven't tasted wild rice, oh my God. There are so many different ways to cook it and eat it.
I'm proud that we're here in this moment and building relationships with people such as the NCIAF. It's all a balance in life that we need to understand, and we need to move forward together. And that's the biggest thing I like about the NCIAF. They're really professional people. They developed this program, from what I understand, and comprise it of all these successful people who have built beautiful things. They have a special place in my heart. The CEO, Kali, was telling me the other day, let's do this together. Let's do it right. We have an opportunity to do really good things. These are people who come from a long life of hard work, and they put their time in. They were comfortable enough to take care of their families and themselves and live beautifully, but yet they're here with us in the bush, in the bugs, in the wind, in the heat, carrying heavy things, being uncomfortable. And that really warmed my heart. Biaguskan, that means together. We do things together. And that means me and you, not just my own people. Biaguskan, it's everybody together.